Do you like music? You do. That's great. I like music as well. Music is a meaningful sound. It is weird for me to say this as an earplug. I know. My duty is to block away the unpleasant sound. You can imagine, I did not come to experience a lot of nice things, as I'm mostly needed when she's in a bad mood. Living here, I hear all sorts of weird sounds. Some are furious, like people arguing on the phone. Some are joyful, like people having sex upstairs. Some are dangerous, like the piercing sound of sirens or fire alarms. Some are indiscriminable, like speeches in a language I do not understand. But the most hideous of all is the clanking, kettling noise of a worn-out boiler. The sound echoes through the room, haunting and relentless, a constant reminder of the danger that lies within, a possible death due to an explosion caused by a boiler malfunction. You could say putting me on is an irresponsible act of respecting others' privacy, but I think that is just the indifference to the world around her. Noise is subjective. She found sound noisy when it is something she does not care about, just like there are things she cannot relate to. That intense argument from another room, or a loud moan from upstairs. The anger or delight are irrelevant, thus meaningless. Putting me on is probably the best way to tell someone you wanted to stop conversation. Please do not talk to me. I am not interested. Earphone and headsets just feel more polite. She has an excuse that she has something else to attend to, something more meaningful, but they serve the same purpose. People can shut their eyes, but they can never shut their ears, and it's me who provide her the option to hear or not to hear, to shut the senses toward things that she does not care about. Human is blessed with a limited hearing range, 20 to 20,000 hertz. That is all the sound in the world you can hear. And with that range will be silence. They are sound that is out of human perception. If the evolution of hearing is an irreversible decision, then the ability to comprehend every sound would be a curse. The fall of the Tower of Babel enabled humans to unite by creating the multiplicity of language. It is said to be caused by the will of God towards mankind's arrogance. But I would think it as an act of kindness. The boundaries are a blessing. Hearing allows us to understand meaning, and meaning makes us able to communicate, as we are doing right now. Yet, how much things that I tell you do you want to know? And how much can I convey to you with my words? How much of my words mean nothing but noise to you? The Almighty must be considerate enough to save humans from that moment of realization that you can never unite with or without barriers. Even with such limited range of sound, people found it intolerable enough that they invented me. If you can hear every frequency, understand all that they say, well, pigeon, squirrel, worm, are creatures that are beyond human experience. How noisy would the world be? That must be a painful life to live. How well suited with the constant cacophony of the irrelevance. To be regarded as noise is painful, as to be considered as meaningless is painful. After all, you are one of the very few people who have the patience to listen, interviewer. Or is it just because it's your job to listen to me? Either way, to live in a world where every noise could be understood would be insufferable. So, put me on. Ignore what's happening around. Pretend all is quiet. Way into this silence. Though I may not be able to give her the peace that she wants, I can offer a sufficient one. Yet, in this brief moment of silence that I created, she will still hear. In absolute silence, what remains is the sound from inside the body. Blood pounding things like thunder to the ears, the sound of swallowing, joints popping and cracking, lungs expand, ribcage stretches open. The body decays with each breath she takes. Now, just wait for the end to come.